Shabbat Shalom from First Yahudin Messianic Temple here in Lake Placid, Florida. I am his servant, Maria Simpson, and welcome again to one more time of the teachings of the Bible. And we haven't been doing this for probably 1 or 2 weeks, and it's just that we were on vacation. So I know that maybe some of you were waiting for the teaching today, which is phenomenal. It's awesome, and I know that it's going to touch everyone, because when you speak about love, we all get touched, we all get connected, we all want to feel it. We want to not only feel it, we want to have it, not only once in a while, every day. So with that in mind, brothers and sisters, I have so much to tell you, and I wish I had the time really to go very deep into Hebrew roots, and because my time is limited. And honestly, but I'm going to give you today what he has given me. So with that in mind, and before we start, I want to say thank you to all. I want to say thank you to Lizzie and Francis and Vicky and Carolyn and many others that have been calling me this week, and their life is changing, and I know that he has great things for you and you too. And thank you for thinking of us, thinking of First Yahudin, and we love you, and please keep on going. Don't hold back. Because he's got great things for all of us, really, really great things. And also, let me do a prayer, because the prayer is very important. To me, it is, and it's very important to me. Prayer is really the most powerful power and force that we can have here on this earth. And really, when you know the power of prayer and what it can do, it is beyond your faith. It is beyond what really you desire. It is beyond. And I really hope that all of you that are praying, and those that are not praying, and those that don't know how to pray, really ask him to give you really how to pray, how to have a greater relationship in prayer with him, because he is awesome, and he's got great things for all of you. So with that in mind, let me do a prayer on this beautiful Shabbat, which means rest in his peace. Shabbat Shalom, rest. It is the only day out of the 7 days of the week that he has blessed, and he's awesome. And everything that he gives us is good things. So with that in mind, let me do a prayer. Abba Kadosh, in the name of Yeshua, the Messiah, your Son, the Holy One of Israel, Abba Kadosh, the King of Kings, the Master of all. He is the Aleph, he is the Tav, he is the first, he is the last, he is the beginning, he is the end, he is the Word, he is the everlasting, he is who he says he is, Abba Kadosh, Abba. And through your Rucha, through your Spirit, you are moving, Abba Kadosh. You are moving like lightning, you are moving like fire, you are moving, Abba Kadosh, hallelujah. Because you say in your word that in the last days you are going to pour out your Spirit. Some will have dreams, some will prophesy, and some will have vision. And Abba Kadosh, we're seeing it today, and we thank you, Abba Kadosh. May your love, your unconditional love, Abba Kadosh, be poured upon us, all of us today, Abba Kadosh, on your Shabbat, on your day of rest. I ask, Abba Kadosh, for all my brothers and sisters that are in pain, that are lonely, that are depressed, that are oppressed, that are confused, Abba Kadosh, and etc., Abba Kadosh, that your Spirit, your power, your anointing, your love, your shalom be upon them. I thank you, Abba Kadosh, in the name that is above all name, in the name of Yeshua, the Messiah, and everyone says, Amen. Today I'm going to bring a message that I believe that is going to touch everyone and really has to do with love. Who doesn't want to have love? Who doesn't want to feel love? Who doesn't want to be in love? Who doesn't want to experience what love is? Who doesn't want to continuously live every single day in love? But let's see what the Most High has given me. The title today on the message is called Born to Love. Born to Love. Now, why did I choose this message? The reason I choose this message is because we all have a purpose and a meaning in life. And I've been looking at believers and non-believers. I've been looking in general. I've been looking in mankind. I've been looking and what I see, especially in believers, instead of walking in love, instead of walking in how he says, I don't see this. I don't see this. It's very rare I see this in the body of Messiah. I don't see this not only in that, I see it in other people too, in other human beings. Something is definitely wrong. It's definitely wrong. There's a lack of love, and I'm gonna teach you today, or I'm gonna speak today about the importance of living in love and having love and really forgiving people that has hurt you. This is very important. And it hurts me to see in the body of Messiah. It hurts me to see it other human beings in other cultures and other religion and other faith, walks of faith, and even atheists. Even there's a lack right now of love. And let's see why. Let's see what's happening. Because I truly believe that if you are a believer and you believe in God and you want to serve Him, you want to serve Him with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your strength, I believe that maybe some people have not come to this living in this kind of love, because I believe there's hidden secrets, hidden pain, hidden adversity, hidden dilemmas inside of them, really in their mind. And before we serve the Most High with everything we have, really we really need to find who we are, so we can understand who He is, because we are made in His image and likeness, and He has given us character. He's given us His character. He's given us His love. He's given us power, and He's given us dominion and authority. And see, we can talk about all this stuff, but there's a difference between talking and saying what the Bible says, and there's another one, what you believe. It's two different things. Because I believe, this is me, this is a personal thing, that I believe that you should be walking in this type of love, which really, that type of love is a powerful force. It's a powerful force. The biggest thing in the world, it's really love. The word says that you can have faith and you can have hope, but if you don't have love, you don't have nothing. And the biggest of all these three is love. Now, what a powerful word the word love is. We can put and say love is, and we can put many things. Love is, love is, love is, love is. Personally, I believe that what really was missing in the world today is love. Love is the medicine for everything. Love is the answer to every question. Love is the epitome, the quality of creation. Love is what every human being longs for. This is what every human being needs. And in reality, we cannot live without love. We cannot live without love. Now, what is love? Where does it come from? Why do we need it? And, maybe we have a lot of questions. Well, in my beliefs, in my understanding of what I understand of the scriptures, Yahweh is love. That's it. It's very simple. Yahweh is love. And when a person doesn't have love, they really don't know Elohim. They don't know God. Because He is love. He is the highest, most powerful, loving being, most powerful, omnipotent that there is. Now, what has happened to human beings? What has happened to human beings? Now, what do I mean, what has happened to human beings? The source of everything that you see, that you don't see, really comes from Yahweh, really comes from love. Human beings are getting, and I'm seeing this every day, more cold and more cold, less loving, not compassionate for other human beings. And we're lacking something. And if we really don't stop and really smell the love, or smell the roses, or smell the cappuccino, or smell that there's something that is not right, we're going to lose it altogether. People today are more in tune into electronics, which that's okay, because we have to evolve, so to speaking. But people communicate more through electronics, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I can assure you, there's nothing like a human touch. There's nothing like a human voice. There's nothing like when you literally feel the love of another human being. Now, so we understand, please go with me to 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 1 through 3. Now, 1 Corinthians 13 really speaks about what love is. What love is. And this is Paul speaking. Though I speak with the tongues of men and angels and have not charity, which means love, I have become as sounding brass or a twinkling of the cymbal. Which means is, if I speak with different languages, okay, and I speak also with the language of heaven, which is angels' language, and I don't have love, I am nothing. You know what the word nothing means? It means nothing, nothing. In Spanish it's nada, just like a fish, nada, swim. Verse 2, and though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains and have not love, I am nothing. Verse 3, and though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned and have not love, it profiteth me nothing. Now, who's writing this? The one that's writing this is Paul. Why is he writing this? Because I'm assuming that he was thinking when he used to persecute the church, how he had men and women, including to die. See, no better person in the Bible can describe that than him. Because he's talking about himself, just like today, many today, what? It seems like everybody wants to be right, and nobody wants to be wrong. Did you know that no matter, the truth will always prevail, all the time, no matter what, because there's nothing beyond the truth. But see, when you lose the love for another human being, then we're nothing. We are nothing. Because see, Even though that you are excited, that we are excited to know that we are in some kind of truth or in faith, and we are Messianic, or we are in Christianity, or we are in Judaism, or we are in Hare Krishna, or we are, you know what? One thing that we cannot forget, that we're human beings. We are human beings. And you've seen a little bit, what am I talking about? Because in order for you to serve Him, you first need to realize and take away and get rid of certain negative things inside of you that is not letting you live in peace. Because how can you love people, or how can you love God when there's still things inside of you? Doesn't mean that you don't love Him, but I'm speaking about completely. It's strange how everybody wants to change the world, but nobody wants to do the small things that makes just one person feel loved. When was the last time you called somebody that you loved and told them, maybe you haven't seen them or you haven't talked to them for a while, and you said to them, I love you, I miss you, I'm proud of you. When was the last time you did that? When was the last time you hugged your children? When was the last time that you look at an elderly? It didn't matter who it was. Maybe somebody that you know. And you took their hand and they felt your energy of love, and you caressed their hair in a loving way. When was the last time you did something nice for yourself? Giving is the holiest and most awesome thing that you can do, because really the word love means give. It is the giving of the love that speaks to what heals the world's wounds. People today are in wounds. People are in pain. We cannot change anybody, but we can touch with our love, and love cures love cures everything. Love is stronger than death. Love is very powerful. A gentle touch, a nice word, a little note, something that you're going to give that's going to make somebody feel good. Do you remember the Peanuts? The characters, the Peanuts? Do you remember Lucy and Linus? Remember Lucy that was she was in love with Linus. Remember that? And Linus, the only thing he did was the piano. He always did the piano. And now there was a moment in the cartoons that Lucy began to yell and says, I am human and I need to be loved just like everyone else does. It seems that this is going on in all the world. Men and women are crying out to be loved, especially women. But who's listening? Who is playing the piano? Who is going and doing whatever? And people are not listening to each other. People are losing the greatest potential and the greatest power they possess, and that is called love. Let me share some news to you. And I took the initiative to really search myself, and I wanted to see what was the suicide rate in the United States of people that commit suicide and kill themselves. It is unbelievable. Unbelievable what percentage of people, and I'm speaking just the United States, I'm not speaking anywhere else. On the average, adjusted for age, depending on the age, the annual United States suicide rate increased 24% over 15 previous year, from the year 1999 to 2014. It went from 10.5% to 13.0% suicides per 100,000 people, the highest rate recorded in 28 years. In 2009, suicide was the 7th leading cause of death for males and the 16th leading cause of death for females. And that is not even including the elderly or youth. What is the number one cause of suicide? What will make a person, what is the number one cause of suicide? Now this is statistics. What is the number one cause of suicide? Now this is in the magazine of Psychology Today. The number one cause of suicide is depression. Nobody loves me. I feel abandoned. I feel alone. What do I do? Stress, depression. This is without the most common reason people commit suicide. There's other reasons, but this is the number one reason. Severe depression is always accompanied by a pervasive sense of suffering, as well as the belief that escape from it is hopelessness. This was written in the magazine Psychology Today, April 29, 2010. People are crying out. Women, men, and children, including young people, elderly. We need to bring love back to ourselves. Who is crying for help? Who is crying for help? Let me tell you who's crying for help. A human being who wants to be heard. That's it. A human being who wants to be heard. Do you have ears to hear the ones that are crying out? The reason I'm bringing this is because I speak to a lot of people every day. And people, whether you are married, whether you have money, whether you have a profession, whether you're single, whether you're a teacher, whatever it is, whether you have you're human. There is a huge percent of people that are crying out because they feel very depressed, very lonely. A human being who wants to feel the love, this is a person that's crying out, somebody that wants to feel the love of another person, that they care. That means something. How sad is that? That's the human beings, people have become so cold. Now, I'm going to give you a testimony that to this day I cannot get it out of my head. I cried and I cried and I cried because it was a tragedy. And you know what it was? 9/11. Now, and yes, it was very bad, and the whole world, and I mean, it was very, very sad. And we understand because we know what happened. But what I saw on the day of 9/11, I will never forget. Now, what do you think I saw? What do you think to this day I cannot forget? I am 58 years old. I have gone through my ups and downs. And I have gone also in my downs that there's been 2 times in my life, or maybe 3, that I too at one time, I felt very, very alone. I felt very, very depressed. I felt nobody cared for me. I felt nobody would talk to me. Nobody would seem to care how painful and hurting I was and what I was going through. And yes, it came through my mind that I don't want to live in this world anymore. How sad is that? But really, what gave me the hope, really, besides God, really was my 2 daughters. And I almost tried twice. Can you imagine that? So I know maybe for some of you, or maybe for somebody that you know, I know where you're at right now, or I know where that person is right now. I know who's crying. And this is why I bring this message, because it's seeing there's two little people that really are not reaching out. There's people, but not enough. There's a lack of that. Now, you're probably asking me what happened in 9/11 that I cannot get it out of my mind. I saw the greatest manifestation of love that I have ever seen in my life. In 9/11, it didn't matter if you were a Jew, if you were a Christian, if you were Messianic, if you were Catholic, if you were Jehovah's Witness, if you were Hare Krishna, if you were denomination, if you were non-denomination, if you were an atheist, it didn't matter. What mattered is that you wanted to help other human beings in love. You felt their pain. I have never in my life has seen that since then. Never. And it's so sad. It doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Yes, it does exist. But you don't see it abundantly the way it's supposed to. Many people tell you what the word says. And then if you're in a relationship, many say, you know, I love you, I really care for you. But then you go cheating with a woman or with a man, and honey, I'm not going to do this again because I love you. Where's the respect? Where is the honor? Where is the principle? Where is the love? I have never in all my life of 58 years that my age is, I have never seen a manifestation of love as I did 9/11. Where is it? Everybody was praying. Everybody was hurting. Everybody was hurting for the family that lost other members of their family. This was worldwide. Where is that love today? It didn't matter. It didn't matter your gender. It didn't matter your career. It didn't matter who you were. There were people. There were all kinds of people, every kind of person. It didn't matter your culture. It didn't matter the language. It didn't matter if you were a mute. It didn't matter if you were blind. What mattered was that human beings were doing what they were born with. They have compassion with other human beings. You know how beautiful that was? And then what happened? It started drifting away. And now, what's happening now? People are getting cold, and we need to, love is very beautiful. It's very beautiful, and we need to bring that back. We need to see a garden with beautiful flowers and beautiful aromas. We need to see what a waterfall is. We need to see the smile in a child's mouth when a child hugs you in a relationship. When somebody, just to open a door for somebody. We need to be humans again and not animals. We're learning, and we are learning from animals. And I'm speaking about wild animals, to be like wild animals. And we need to be human again. And stop condemning, and stop criticizing, and stop offending, and stop, you know what? And stop looking at people just because maybe they believe in something, or maybe they're going through something, or, you know what? We have to see people for who they are. On that day, 9/11, from that day to today, I saw the beauty of being fully human. And it saddens me today that I don't see that much of this today. And yes, some people have it, but I don't see it much. I see a lot of condemnation, and I see a lot of neglect. I see a lot of abandonment. I see a lot of lies. We need to come back to love. Come back to what you were born with, love. It's the greatest power you can possess. There is a creator who is love. He gives love. He understands love. He loves unconditionally. His breath is love. He's the power of love. He's the power of strength. Because what he has is all about love. And love has 4 letters. 4 letters. 4 letters. And the 4 letters is L-O-V-E. That's in English. 4 letters, because Yahweh is love, is Yohavahid, is Y-H-V-H, which is really the number 26. If you add 26, you add a 2 and a 6, you get what? You get an 8. New beginnings. In Hebrew, the word love is habab. Is habab. Love is habab. Ahabab. If you, a person has ahabab, which is love, which is the number 13, and then you have another person that has ahabab, another 13, and both of you have love, and you join and you help each other, and you care for each other, and you understand each other, and it's awesome. 13 and 13 makes the number 26, and that's the number of Yahweh. It's 26. Because he is love. 2 people who love each other become joined together through their love. The Ahabab love 13, which means love, of one partner, and the Ahabab love 13, the number 13, of the other partner. They become connected to 26. Why is 26? The first letter of Yahweh's name is Yod. That's number 10, because every Hebrew letter has a number. Yod is 10. He is number 5. Vav is 6. And He is 5. You join them together and it's 26. And if you notice, if you knew Hebrew, you have four letters. Yo, have, he. In the third letter, which is Vav. Vav is the number 6 in Hebrew alphabet. That's the day that mankind was created. So mankind is always mixed with the love of Yahweh, because he says, let us make man in our image, in our likeness, and let them have dominion over and authority over all the earth. And one of the things that he gave us was what? He gave us love. It's the highest frequency. It's the highest power. Where man joins his fellow man in love, there Elohim or God chooses to reside and make his presence felt. The number 13 from him to us and 13 from us to him. Combined together is the number 26. The number defining the essence of the 4 letters of Yohaveh, that's his name. The Elohim of compassion, kindness, and mercy. What is the secret wisdom of Yahweh for all mankind on the earth? What is the secret wisdom of all his, what is it? It's love. When you love, you give. And when you give, you receive. It is a law. It is called the law of sowing and reaping. It's called sowing love, receiving love. Sowing love and receiving love. And nobody can, let me tell you, nobody can come against that. Many say, I love God, but neglect to love other human beings. How is that? Can somebody tell me, how can you love God but hate other human beings that He's made in His image? How is that possible? If you go with me to 1 John chapter 4, verse 20 and 21, it is written, if a man says, I love Elohim, and hated his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother whom he has seen, how can he love God or Elohim who he has not seen? And this commandment have we from him, that he who love Elohim love also his brother. Did you know that love is an incredible gift? What are you doing with that? What are you doing with the love that Yahweh has given you? What are people doing with that love? That love is not for you. That love is for others. And the love that others have is for you. I come today with love. And I am bringing you my love towards you to help you. Because I care enough for you. And there's others that care for you too. But we need to understand the importance, how it is to love. Even a 4-year-old takes a doll and clay, shapes the mother, takes a hammer and starts beating on it. Takes another piece of clay, begins to do the father, bangs on it and destroys it. Then it takes the mother, the father, and maybe the brother, shapes it and bangs it. Why would a 4-year-old do that? He says, I hate him, I don't love him. Why? Because that 4-year-old they were not showing their love to that child. How is that? We have come to that point. We all need love so much, but there is so little that is seen around. I think the greatest loss in the world is human potential. The day you are born, you are giving the world, you are giving love. Love must be developed, must be nourished, must be watered. You don't speak love, you give love. You are love, which is the highest frequency. It's the highest frequency. When you love, and when you love, and when you really, love, what it does, it heals you. It protects you. It delivers you. But when you are not being taught this, even though you were born with this, because many are focused more on what? On electronics. And they're moving away from love. They're moving away from the warmth of a human being, from a laughter. Ask yourself this question. Can you ask yourself this question? Am I the best teacher in teaching love principle? Are you the best teacher in teaching love? How many times a day do you go around saying, I love, instead of saying, that you go around saying, I hate, instead of saying, I love? How many times a day during the week, count it, do you say the word I hate instead of saying I love? And I'm not speaking of saying I love ice cream, or because that's a metaphor. I'm talking about loving other human beings, loving yourself, loving Yahweh, love. When you begin to love, what happens? It is a surge. It is an energy that your blood begins to boil. You feel great. You feel happy. You feel joy. And how do you do this? When a person is depressed, when you are surrounded by other people that are loving, they hug you, a hug. Do you know how powerful a hug is? And I'm not speaking sexually, please. The Bible says that we need to, when we greet our brotherly, to give them a hug and a holy kiss. Where is that gone today? People give their hands like this, like they have no strength. Like they're saying, don't touch me because I'm sterile. We need to come back to love. It is the greatest, and it's the most potential, and it's the most greatest power that you can have inside of you, because you connect to other human beings. You connect with other human beings. We are not wild animals. We have a reason. We love. We're tender. We're warm. It's smile. Smile. People don't even smile that often today. Smile. Let me see you smile. 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 Life is great. And see, none of you cannot tell me, oh, Maria, this is easy for you. No, it's not. Not it wasn't before. Been there and done that. So don't go there. Do not go there. Because I know what I'm talking about. I know how many of you, and I know how many out there are very depressed and lonely and suicidal and a bunch of stuff that is so sad. Because most of those people, they're just statistics. That's it, statistics. And let's not even talk about the people that live on the streets. Because really, most people don't, very few people really think about them. Wow. When was the last time you said the phrase, I love you, to someone? In 1 Corinthians, please go with me again. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, chapter 13, verse number 4. Love suffers long. It is kind. Love envies not. Love is not vain. It is not puffed up. Love does not behave itself unseemly. Love does not seek her own. In other words, doesn't have pride. It is not easily provoked. Love thinketh no evil. Rejoice not in iniquity, but rejoice in the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails. Love never fails. So why is it failing today? Even though, biblically speaking, it says that in the last days, many's hearts are going to go, it's going to grow cold. Come back to love. You know how beautiful it is that you wake up in the morning and you can see the sunrise, and you can see the trees, the colors of the trees. You know how nice it is to breathe oxygen. You know how beautiful it is that you can look at another human being and you can say to them, it's a beautiful day, I love you, take care of yourself, and somebody can say that to you. You can hug a person. You can hold somebody's hand and says, here I am for you. I will help you. Did you know that our best teachers is not us? Our best teachers are children. With their innocence and their love, and they're so innocent, and they're so genuine. They're very loving. And really, they're very honest. They are our best teacher, and we need to learn from children instead of mistreating them. And see, I am human. I also cry. I need you just as desperately as you need me. And how can I say this? 9/11. That we needed each other? Yes. And that's how we have to look at people. That's how we have to look at mankind. That's how we have to look. Not because listen very carefully. The truth is the truth. The truth of God, there's nothing beyond that. And really, this is not about a competition. This is not about a war. It really, what it is, this message here is to see each other as a human being. Why is that? There are 6 things that we need, and one of them is called, we need to love, we need to feel love, we need to be connected. Everyone needs connection with other human beings. And everyone strives for and hopes for love. An infant needs to be loved and cared for during a long period of time if it is to develop normally. Infants who are not held and touched will die. Isn't that sad? This need for love continues throughout our lives. It is the epitome by the concept of romantic love. The one person who who will devote their life to us and make us feel complete. I don't know how that is, but it's supposed to be. In some cultures, romantic love does not exist. It is replaced by the love of relatives, friends, and tribe. Some people rarely experience love, but they have many ways of feeling connection with others, in the community or in the workplace. The need to be loved is characteristics of all human beings. It doesn't matter what faith you have. I'm speaking to human beings. Love is a connection, is togetherness, is passion, is unity, is warmth, is tenderness, and is a desire. It's a desire that every human being wants. The most attractive thing to me is effort. Someone who really wants to talk to me, wants to see me, wants to make me part of their day, that is attractive to me. Not what kind of car you have or how beautiful or eloquent you speak. No. How often do you think about love? Love is a person who loves himself or herself. You will not be able to love someone else until you learn to love yourself. There's no way you can love others if you don't love yourself first. What does that mean? There's pain, there's hurt. You need to bring healing. There's got to be healing. There's got to be the pain and certain suffering that you've gone through. It's got to leave. And there's a way of doing that, because besides bringing the word, I'm a life coach. I do it personally or I do it in groups. And let me tell you that from experience and what I see, everybody needs this. So you can be free, so you can come out of that jail. You know, it's like living in jail in your brain, and the door is open, but you don't want to get out. It's time to get out. I am not perfect. I'm not perfect, but I am love. I am wondrous. I am potential. I am caring. Becoming you is your prime responsibility. Why are you so incredibly unique? Why are you so unique? Everybody is different. Everybody has something to give that nobody in the world can give. Nobody. There's something you give that nobody else can give, because you're unique. Why we need human touch more than ever? Why do we need this? Why do we need love more than ever? What do you think people go after today more than ever? It's electronics. It's not love. And they're losing their love. Even in digital age, which is right now, we crave real human contact. And this is why, and this is in the magazine Psychology Today, March 28, 2015. Physical contact distinguishes humans from animals. From a warm handshake to a sympathetic hug, to a congratulations pat on the back, we have developed complex languages, cultures, and emotional expression through the physical contact. But in technology today, which is in the technical world, non-sexual human touch is in danger of becoming rare, if not obsolete. Despite the benefits of digital advancement, it is vital to preserve human touch in order for us to truly thrive. Scientists' research now correlates physical touch with the following important areas. When you do not have a lot of hugs and physical touch, and I'm not speaking sexually. A hug, a nice caress, and really like loving gestures. There's going to be more violence. But when there's love, and especially in children, when there's love and there's caring and there's nurturing and an environment that is very caring, the violence decreases. Less touch as a child leads to greater violence. When you don't touch, when you don't hug, and I don't mean sexually, I mean in a loving way a child, there's less violence. 2, when there's more love, more warmth, more touching, more understanding, the greater the trust between individuals. Touch helps to bond people together. Love helps bond people together. 3, when you are in a state of love and connection with other people, what do? You laugh more. You want to sing. You're joyous. You feel great. And it's contagious because that is a connection. What happens? Diseases begin to decrease, and your immune system begin to be more stronger. Physical touch may also decrease diseases. According to the research conducted at the University of North Carolina, women who receive more hugs from their partners have lower rates of blood pressure. Hugs strengthen the immune system. Why is that? Because when you hug somebody, you are putting your love frequency. You are giving them strength. I'm here for you. I love you. I care. And what you're doing is you're strengthening that person. When was the last time you felt somebody's arms around you? When was the last time you hugged somebody? Even though I'm not there, but I'm hugging you right now. Because I love you. I truly love you. Even though I don't know you, but yes I do, because you are human just like me. And you're not alone. You're not alone. 4, hugs and handshakes are likely to cause the release of neurochemicals, oxytocin, which increases the chances that a person will treat you like a family, even if they just met you. 5, and I'm talking about touching and feeling and hugging and love in a non-sexual, emotional intimacy. I'm not speaking about that. 6, there's going to be an overall well-being. Adults require human touch to thrive. Dr. Kennel says, in recent years, a wave of studies have documented some incredible emotions and physical health benefits that come from touch. Can you imagine just touching somebody? We touch the computer, the cell every day. We touch it with just such an ease. And the reason we do this is because we're seeking for somebody that's in there to see if they responded to our message. That's how desperate we are for love. This research is suggesting that touch is truly fundamental to human communication. It's fundamental in bonding And it's very important in your health. When you know that there's somebody who cares for you. You know that you are not by yourself. I want to say something, and I don't know where oh, no. And I know you know her. Mother Teresa. She said that she would never, ever let a person die by themselves. You know how lonely it must be for somebody that's dying that doesn't have anybody next to them? And she said, never, ever go to sleep with at least saying to one or more people, I love you. That's how powerful it is. And the reason I brought this is because I see that in the faith, there's too much competition. There's too much I'm right and you're wrong. And not looking at human beings. Because the reality is, the truth will always, no matter what, will prevail. But if we are not showing this type of love to other human beings, how can we are expected for them to believe what we're saying? That is the biggest hypocrite there is. I want to help you. I really do want to help you because I've been where you're at. And you're not alone. You are not alone. There's people, and maybe it's not a lot, but there's people that care, people that love, people that understand. But I'm going to say on this part of the spectrum, on this side of the screen, this is why I send those little messages every so often to let you know that you're not alone. That I care for you. I don't do it to be funny. I don't do it so you can give me a trophy or a cookie. I do it because I care for you, because I know how it feels when you don't have no one to tell you or to give you encouraging words. You're not alone. Believe me, you're not alone. I know I'm a little bit emotional right now, but that's because I'm human. And I feel what you're feeling. Brothers and sisters, if these messages are really touching you and they're helping you, and I have a lot of things to tell you about Hebrew roots, but this is not the time. Because there's healing. You need healing. Please, donate to this ministry, because donate to First Yahudin Messianic Temple of Lake Placid, Florida. We really appreciate it. We love you. And I want to sing you a song. I'm going to sing you a song, and this is for you. Hine matav manayim sherecham gan yacham. Hine matav manayim sherecham gan yacham. Hine matav. La 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 la. Behold how good and how pleasant it is for the brethren to be together. Behold how good and how pleasant it is for the brethren to be together in unity. In unity. It's called love and love and love. in unity, in love, in love. Brothers and sisters, from First Yahudin Messianic Temple, from our love, from our hearts to yours, Shalom Aleichem, peace to you.